If I could touch the sky, I'd wish to fall to know what it feels like to fly. Fighting through the storm, who thought that they see butterflies? On the road to success, but no final goodbyes. Forever loyal to my team, now long for the ride. Never lose my past, cause history will repeat itself. And I refuse to go back, my history can go kill itself. Never regret a moment, they all made me the man I am. But never will I go broke, I'll never feel a struggle again. I'm on a high to keep myself at a stressless height. Not running from my struggles, just want my chance at a decent fight. My mind is in the clouds, just always dream of a better flight. I want the world to hear me, but all I need is a better mic. I may not change it, but I promise you I'ma spark the world. Ignite a fire in us, it's people to begin moving forward. Yeah, it's so close, but yet it's so far. I know that this is my moment, it's time for me to own.
As we dream, and we climb, looking at the journey down the road, I see the prize. And leave no room for doubt. We'll lift our heads and soon be seen beyond the clouds. None can keep
I'm officially underground, now everything is different. I have actual fans now and I'm more driven. Cause before what seemed nothing like more than a dream, that dream became reality and now I'm fiending. A year from now, success needs to be more than a vision or something I envision. I need to be free to grip it. I know that I'm persistent, refuse to be diminished. When I'm going on life's bosom, I want my image positioned. I read once that good things come to those that wait. That's so far from the truth, I feel bad for those that waited. Don't sit there and wait around like someone to put you on. Cause good things came to me, but I worked my fucking ass off. What can I say? In life we live and we learn, and the best way that we learned is repeatedly being burned. Yeah, and yeah, I got 3rd degrees, but now I'm in the spotlight and everybody is watching me.
As we dream, and we climb, looking at the journey down the road, I see the prize. If we can believe and leave no room for doubt, we'll lift our heads and soon be seen beyond the clouds. None can keep
See, I put on for my city like J. Cole in the Ville, Big Sean in the D, and Meek Mill up in Philly. I put it on my back, but nah, not in a tap. I representing for the hoods that need positive back. I represent the kid that scrambles for 50 cents to buy a little Debbie cake and a quart of water for snack. The kid that gets bullied by his brother to toughen up. He knows the hood will try to break him, he told him to knuckle up. I do it for the gangster that's on the block with the hammer. He don't wanna have to rob before his family, he mans up. I do it for that student that just happens to sell dimes, letting the public judge him, but knowing it's for tuition. You're probably thinking there's other options in these, but when your back's against the wall, it becomes by any means. Yeah, I understand, that's why I do it for them, to let them know if they just believe there's better for
As we
them.
dream, and we climb, looking at the journey down the road, I see the prize. If we can believe and leave no room for doubt, we'll lift our heads and soon be seen beyond the clouds. None can keep us down. No, none can keep us down. No.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. And we back, y'all. And we back, y'all. And we back, y'all. Our school, y'all. Our school, y'all. Our school, y'all. What's up, everybody? Tuning in another wonderful episode of Art School with your host, your baby moms, aka Chocolate Kool-Aid. Yo, it's Tuesday. We have a special one as we prepare to go on grind double time here at S.STREET Media. More and more episodes of Art School, bringing you more and more creatives, more entrepreneurs, more individuals, and God-fearing people out there in this university of art. Today, my special guest is someone that I was actually a co-counselor with. One of my life-changing experiences of actually taking care of self and others at with a whole bunch of time, you know what I mean, packed in. So you're around, you know what I mean, individuals that you may not know for more sheds of life for a lot of time. And, you know, separating yourself from being a hooligan and conducting yourself in a manner that you're representing. Because like, I think about the ants and what they look up to. So I think about the children and the youth that way. And we was talking about this earlier. But like I said, one of my close mentors, in a sense, because I got some wisdom, I gained some courage about myself as an individual in the world, I could say the corporate world. I wouldn't say corporate world. But needless to say, my black brother, my strong brother, my man, Wild Rest, real name Ronald E. Smith II, y'all. Let's give it up for my man. You know what I'm saying? We're here. It's a Brisky Tuesday. This is another special episode, like I said. Today's guest is more or less, you know, working within the actor's realm. Film, cinematography, modeling too, because I see you up there. You did the special Spice cologne ad. I seen it. I ain't you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for someone that's you want to put in a blazer as well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I throw this motherfucker on.
You know what I mean? You need to put my man's on because my man is doing dope. A musician as well. Can we say that?
Absolutely.
Philanthropist.
Absolutely.
Can I say that as well?
Absolutely.
And a master of his craft, in a sense, where, you know, we were saying, yo, don't wait till, you know what I'm saying, you see me on Power.
You already.
You know, so Ronald, what's up, man? How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm blessed.
I would say Ron.
I'm happy to be here, man.
I really know you as Flip, though.
Yeah, not many people know me as that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why somebody called me Flip to this day. It's like, oh, we blood related, huh? You feel me?
It was crazy. I mean, yeah, we talk about the connecting the dots and how this all started, but it was ironic. I was at my store, Artisan Craftsman Supply, and they were like, this chick used to always come in there every day, aggravate the shit out of me, but because she was so tough. She was so tough, but she was gorgeous. She's gorgeous. East African, just got the swavy, and so I thought she was one of those art school girls, but she wasn't. She's not an art school girl at all. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, I'm going to meet my friend. You know what I mean? A co-worker. I'm like, yo, word? And I don't know how, but I just said, yo, that's Flip. She's like, yeah, my man Ron. And she showed me your Instagram. I'm like, yo, that's my boy. Yeah, yo, call him right now and tell him it's Flip. And I heard you over the phone. He's like, yo, who you around?
Yeah.
He's like, who you around? You know what I'm saying?
Man, if you was with me in person, you should have seen the way I looked at the phone. Like, she said, yo, I heard they call you Flip. I'm like, hold on, don't curse at me. Like, what you talking about? Don't curse at me like that.
Yo, serious note. That's one of the first things. I think it was kind of like God sent in a sense too, with our first interactions, and I felt like I was at the NBA draft, but it was at camp. Right, and we was all sitting down in this one little space. Fresh Air Fund, first of all, right?
Shout out to the Fresh Air Fund.
Shout out to Fresh Air Fund for making this connection happen, because that's where it all started.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? My sister Zip put me on. She was like, yo, come with me away for the summer. This is something that you might want to do. You know what I mean? I was in the city at this time. I was actually like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking or doing, really. I was just like, yo, it's time for me to like disappear. Yeah. You know, wasn't that as creative at all either. I knew I was creative. You know, I knew I was painting. Anywho, enough about that. Get on the bus. I'm up there. We in this, and it's magical. Because I'm like, yo, not for nothing. I don't want to play the race card, but this the only nigga here that I see really. I'm not even trying to like sugarcoat it, and that's what look, you know, raw and uncut. I see you. I'm like, yo. So we was building, and I was like, yo, dude is serious, but he's fun, and you know what I mean. I respect that out of this nature right here. I respect that, and got, started working with you, and it actually changed. It actually changed a lot of my perspective and stuff like that. Like broad shoulders, but you know what I mean, very responsible. You know what I'm saying? And going into that, I didn't even know that you was into acting, but I knew you was a creator of a sense where you was doing music as well. You was talking about it, and I was like, yo, okay, I hear you, bro. I hear you. And now we're here, so now we're talking about your music, we're talking about acting and things like that. Go back. Was that in high school? The music kicked in first, or was it the acting, or how did that?
Well, I mean, it was definitely the music that kicked in first. I mean, I'm from Harlem, so.
Okay, shout out Harlem. We in the building.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying?
But, everybody's rapping. You know what I mean? My older brother's rapping and everything like that. So, for me, I just started off spitting and, spitting in the backyards, the schoolyards and everything like that, battling people. And I ended up getting scooped up by Abi O'Doon. He's the leader of the Last Poets. Shout out to Abi O'Doon, man.
Okay.
He took me under the wing because he started doing this program with my high school.
Okay.
And he started teaching me how to change my rhymes in the spoken word and in the poetry.
Okay.
And literally from there, I did a performance with him. He allowed me to perform with him. I did this performance, and there was somebody else in the audience. His name is George Faison. George Faison, he won the Tony Award for choreographing The Wiz.
Wow.
He has his own theater in Harlem, Faison Firehouse Theater.
Okay.
And from that performance, George then reached out to me and wanted me to be a part of his theater group. So a lot of people don't, it catches them off guard. But my first paid job was acting.
Wow.
At 15 years old.
Wow. So, part of what we do here at our school is we give the flowers to those who are alive, who has helped us or gave us that spark. So we want to give a round of applause to those mentors early on, you know what I mean, for putting you on. And you want to shout them out again, man, because...
Abi O'Doon, George Faison, man. I got some more people that influenced me, but when we get to who Ronald is now,
we could go through that.
But hold up, I want to give you a rose, real quick. You know what I mean? So you talked about what I did for you, right? And not realizing that was a fair exchange because you were doing a lot for me as well. There's one thing in particular that you taught me that I still utilize to this day. You know what that is? How often I use the N-word. So for me, growing up, you know what I'm saying, we from the hood, so it's like, yo, what's up, my niggas? You know what I mean? I met you, and it's good brother, what's going on? It was always good brother, brother this, brother that. Even now, say, it was peace, God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always something that just uplifts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just recently, I was teaching at Bronx Community College. Like I said, I just quit that job in March so I could focus on my acting full time. But even there, something that you taught me, my students in turn, they see me, Mr. Smith, what's going on, good brother? And literally that has been passed down. So a round of applause to you, man.
Oh man, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think about that. I was like, yo, that's kind of whack. But we're gonna start calling each other good brothers because we are good brothers, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and I still say it to this day, man.
We have a good brother up here, you know what I mean? Live, another episode of Our School here with S.STREET Media. Shout out to 1718 Collective. Sosa, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? How you feeling? You know what I mean? Bring those chips up here, man. Been forgetting. We're trying to get rap snacks.
I feel you.
We're going to get art snacks. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
And then we're going to put you on the cover, you know what I'm saying, as an actor for the snack. Like how they do rappers. Because, we always talk about within our community, there's the rapper, there's the singer, there's the drug dealer, there's the basketball player, football player. Who's another guy? Probably them five, right?
Yeah.
Who's the actor on the block? I don't know. I know about one actor that actually was on my block growing up. His brother turned out to be a super crip. It was crazy, but
that's my story.
Yeah,
I'm the actor on the block, and my brother's a super blood. So.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I remember, you speaking about that. Coming from Harlem and just being that. So you're accepting that role as this is who I am.
Yeah,
I feel you. Now you said you going to school. You went to a HBCU.
Shout out to Hampton University. You already know. Good old alma mater for life.
Man, HBCUs.
Yeah.
How did that come about? I mean, the transition in high school to a HBCU from Harlem.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It was life changing, like on a next level life changing, because it was the first time in my life where I was around people that looked like me, but weren't struggling like me. You know what I mean? Like my peers. I'm looking at black people that come from mommy and daddy money. It's like, hold on, your parents are still together, much less got money? Where the fuck that happened at? You know what I mean? But then even on top of that, I'm gaining knowledge from people that look like me. My professors look like me. The president of my school owns the bottling company for Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I went to a HBCU and got to see black people thrive. Black people help each other out. You know what I mean?
There was an acting program in at Hampton?
It's everything at Hampton, man.
Did you you took part of that too? Or?
I did. Yeah, I definitely did acting at Hampton. Okay. I mean, because it was just in the spirit. But you know, I mean, I got my degree in psychology.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely played part in a lot of the different things. One of the things that they always did with this was this Black Heritage Extravaganza, where, you know, they it was all about Black empowerment and everything like that. But they put on a show, you know. Every year that I knew about it, I was definitely a part of it, because, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, not only do I continue to get to act while I'm down here, it's also me doing something phenomenal. You know what I mean?
So you got the HBCU is coming in, feel me? Hampton, yeah. Right?
Absolutely.
You representing, believe it or not, like we were talking about this, Fayetteville State, really not a HBCU, but my first 2 years of school was there, you know, and but my first HBCU that I seen, North Carolina Central, I wanted to go there for mass communications.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about art at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that transition, you know, like you said, psychology, you know what I mean? You're acting, now you're propelling yourself to be, you know, now you're going to get your master's. You know,
it's already done.
It's already done. How is that now that you're in graduates? You know what I mean? You going about, is it acting in that? So how is that experience? Like,
well, I mean, even the way that I got back into acting as heavy as I am, you know, I was, you know, seeing Hampton, about to get this degree in psychology. For me, it's like, man, I could barely afford undergrad. I definitely can't afford grad school. And with psychology, you know, nowadays you need a doctorate.
Yeah.
So me, I had already passed the ASVAB. I'm on my way out. I'm thinking Air Force.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I did a showcase out in Virginia Beach. Used my last $50. I had $53 in my account. I used 50. I took out 50, and the ATM took $1.95. So I had $1.05 left. Went to this showcase in Virginia Beach, and I didn't know it was also a competition. But one of the songs that's on my first mixtape called Sweetest Love, I performed that a cappella, because, you know, it talks about my upbringing with my parents, you know, just, you know, the separation of my parents, and then how I felt about my mother, how I felt about my father, and how I feel about them now as an adult.
Okay.
I performed that a cappella. Next thing I know, this, you know, man comes up to me in the hallway while they're, you know, going through who they votes and everything like that. He says, "Have you ever acted before?" I said, "Yeah, I've been acting since I was 15. I was 24 at the time. He said, "If I gave you a scholarship to come back to New York for school, would you do it?" I said, "Shit, that sounded a hell of a lot better than getting shot at. Hell yeah." Literally, the top prize for that competition was a scholarship to come back to New York to that acting school, Whoa. New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts. And then once I got back up, 3 days after I got my degree from Hampton, I was in New York in school. There was no break.
Wow.
Talk about 6 years of school straight.
Wow. That has well. You can say this. I say this, and I will say this. You were in an acting hyperbolic chamber. You were turning into a goddamn Super Saiyan, and that's what was going on. I mean, that's any athlete, anyone that studies like that's what's gonna happen. Imagine playing chess at, you know what I mean, a certain level, you know what I mean, consistently, like you put it in that time now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's very important. That's, you know, something that we don't stress enough to the, you know, I mean, the youth, especially coming up in the game. I mean,
yeah.
Did you see any actors that you've seen, you know what I mean, coming up in the game from 15 years old?
I started off in the theater, so the only people that I paid attention to were people who were doing theater at the time. You know what I mean? Like, especially working with being under George Faison, I was meeting people I was watching on TV, just coming into the theater like, hey George, what's up? I was in the neighborhood, and so I mean I got to see a lot of people in theater, but in regards to film and television, I didn't really get into that until about 2013. And then once I started getting into that and started paying more attention and started studying that craft more, I realized in New York City, I'm seeing these people all the time. You know what I mean? Like even there's alumni that I went to, that went to the same acting school as me that are on television right now. You got Brandon Wellington. He just won an Emmy Award last year.
Okay.
He did the spoken word for the Miami Heat during their playoff run.
Okay.
And then on top of that, now he's a recurring character on Orange Is the New Black. You got Darius Blaine, who was in Jumanji, Star Trek, Footloose, When the Game Stands Tall, and now, he's on the CW, on a reboot of Charmed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's I didn't necessarily see them at 15, but over the past few years, I've started to see these people a lot more and start to understand, like, listen, these people, they're everyday people. You can walk down Union Square, you're going to see like two actors that you've seen in movies or on television.
If there was one thing that the people wanted, people that didn't know about you, I think that's something that we can discuss right there. It's like regular people, humble, educated, regular, hardworking people that, I always remember you speaking how hard your moms worked.
Absolutely.
And putting that effort in to just work and continuously.
And she still is, too.
Yo, so shout out to all the mothers out there that's working hard.
Shout out to moms. And shout out to my pops, too. I see you, Pops.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pop. I see you, Pop.
What's up, Pop?
What's going on, Pop? Yeah, I'm the second. He the first. What's up, Pop?
That's really important. That's super important to just, keep that trait going. It's just hard working. So we are here for another episode of Art School. We got Math in the back, he engineering. Coming in, S.STREET Media. Shout outs to 1718 Collective. We got Ronald E. Smith II, Wild West. Someone that I thought about when because I talk about this mostly every episode. I was like, yo, who I'm going to bring up here? Because I want to talk to everybody when it comes to art, and I really respect film. Last couple of weeks, or a couple of episodes, we had Rocco. He's a filmmaker. Okay. Not much into the acting, and it's but I knew the bull since, he was actually in the same crib where we were actually trying to get other people from our neighborhood to come to the Fresh Air Fund. It's like, yo, come man, yo, son, I know you worried about working. Come out to this, come with us upstate, bro.
And not to mention, man, once you go there for one summer, have that on your resume, man, that stands out.
Not only did it stands out, but it opens you up to like air.
Yeah. Man, I'll never forget when I first went to the Fresh Air Fund to work, I was 18 years old. Not a lot of people know this. I had just caught an assault charge in high school. I wasn't allowed to walk during graduation, none of that. I had just caught an assault charge, and, it was the day that I left to go up there. My principal said, I'm sorry, I can't let you graduate. Literally the day of, I remember calling my mother. She said, listen, you need to go up there. You need to get away. Yeah. Pretty much, I needed a new space.
Yeah.
Man, I got up there and it changed my life.
Yeah.
It changed my life to no end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that I'm walking through Harlem and they'll flip, and next thing
see a little kid
that's not a little kid no more. Cause he like, what I mean? He like 18 now.
Yeah.
17 now.
Yeah.
But the fact that I could be anywhere and then they just run up to you and they remember and they have all of these stories about what you did for them, and it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like,
and it kind of builds you as, more of a character in the sense where, you could relate to certain things, and that's why I think that it was like, I know certain people for certain things, and I think like, yo, my man, he likes to be in his car all the time. He's gonna be a bus driver if he take a city job. You know what I'm saying? I could just see you just saying, yo, I'm not disrespecting homeboy, but he's an actor. he knows how to relate to these kids where he gets not only the kids excited, but he gets staff excited during these long hours. Like, we're talking about 20,
That's a 24/7 job.
24/7. Okay,
Word.
there's nonstop, but his work and you know what I mean. And he set me up too. He set me up. Dirty, you dirty. You dirty.
What I do?
You set me up.
I think
man.
I know what you about to say.
He
too.
set me up, man. He set me
I
up.
was trying to help you, man.
He-
Help you ease your mind.
Yeah, he helped me ease my mind, and I got stupid drunk. I got stupid. But I'm so glad that we can share this on the air because those days are over. But when I say I could not get up, I was like, yo, Flip, I can't make it. Give me half the day, please.
Yeah.
dog.
He said, yo, I'm not going to make it to breakfast. I said, yo, don't worry. I've been there, man. Just sleep that off.
I said, damn, man, I was, but, you know, like, so the stories are real, okay? This ain't the made up stuff. We are building connections within the University of Art where we can have these things to be documented, you know,
Absolutely.
as far as the craft is concerned, because this man is a normal man. You can approach him in the street. If you see his
Absolutely.
work, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the film. I was really interested in, you know what I mean, talking more about, like, I'm thinking about Creed, but it was corny, but it's just been popping in my head so much. And I
Creed
just,
2 about to drop.
yeah. I was like, yo, my boy really played a boxer. And I'm looking at this,
Yeah.
you know, this stuff where, you know, what was his name? Rocky? Sylvester Stallone? Like, I'm looking at the B-rolls and, like, how he was actually getting punched. I'm like, yo, boy, crazy. Apollo ain't no little boy. That's a
Yeah.
that's a running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's a little Barry Sanders in the back,
Yeah.
right? He punching him.
Yeah.
I'm really
I
intrigued.
mean, Michael B had to take one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm really intrigued on knowing more about the role playing because you know you play so many different roles. Is you know, and I'm just looking through the catalog and I'm just like, yo, damn son, you took a punch to the stomach or something like that. But we're gonna get into that, you know, as we continue on. We're still here on this Brisky Nice Tuesday, another episode, a special episode of Art School, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's your host, your baby moms. You know what I'm saying? AKA Chocolate Kool-Aid. We're here with Ronald E. Smith II. Yo, don't forget, you could tune in, you dig? You know what I'm saying? We've been very excited to have more and more creatives. Math is in the back. He's ready to press a button, go to the next tune. Yo, stop jacking my playlist. But you could jack it though. I got the best playlist on this whole stream. You heard? Anybody out there that want to smoke off and want to talk about music, y'all know who the Bummer Clot champion is of the playlist them. Ain't playing with y'all, man. Whenever you ready, man, drop that fire.
It's crazy, I go home and all of a sudden I'm a stranger, out of the loop for
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. You hear me? All right. So we just having a little bit of say so. Yo, shout out to everybody that's been tuning in on the live them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, king of the sounds, king of the champion. You know what I'm saying? What's good? Yo, everybody that's tuning in. Yo, Math, you ready? Yo, wheel it up.
it's crazy, I go home and all of a sudden I'm a stranger, out crazy. I go home and all of a sudden I'm the stranger. Out of the loop for too long, now things are getting stranger. Should I be sorry for leaving the hood to chase my dreams? Apologize to those niggas who slept and only dreamt? See, everyone is so quick to say that life is a bitch, cause things ain't going their way and they fall for all her tricks. The way I see it, man, life is a grown-ass woman who doesn't tolerate lazy niggas and shifty women. But little do they know everything I do is for them. Not thinking about the ends, fake friends, and money spent. Should I apologize for hustling as hard as I could? For not having to stick to rhyming to get out the hood? I was the kid who shot with the same hand that he shot with, and adored the block with the same niggas I sparked with. Climbed from the gutter with the same niggas I fucks with. Now we ain't gotta duck shit cause a hustle is stuck.
What if my dreams become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? What if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't? What if
Every time I left the hood was pursuit of my hood dreams. Hoop dreams to be exact, the nicest my hood seemed. Don't get me wrong with this dream, it was what I lived to achieve. But I embodied hood schemes and lived by any hood means. Yeah, I know, can admit I did a lot of dumb shit. Still trying to find myself, retracing the wrong footprints. But now since I'm out, they question if I'm legit. But you know, I'm from my clique until my casket dips. Go to an Ivy League school, still can't help but be a nigga. I was never in my major, was in my music, my savior. But still making dumb decisions like fucking with no hats. Still far too ambitious for something to hold me back. How do I look Ma in the eyes and tell her she's wasted money? Cause even after the degrees, I'm chasing industry money. Ma, I'm really sorry, but psych's not my real path. I'm an artist who your school's the backup for real.
What if my dreams become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't?
I'm still that same little kid that ate his dinner by candlelight. Not to be romantic, but mom's pockets was kinda light. All black, everything not for fashion that time of night. 14 years old, I was earning my fucking stripes. Fuck the consequences, gotta be in it to win it. But deterred by the illusions, I only thought I was winning. But the path that I was on would've shed itself out. My brother, my nephews and nieces, man, would've left my babies with nothing. Don't want them to see the fiends on the lean, wiping their nose clean. Face the hood's realities, have to fight through the smoke screens. Lost to the dimensions where visions have to go unseen. Eyes without a pupil, no destination is foreseen. Enlightened is no longer enough, we must supply. Being willing is no longer acceptable, we must do. Fantasy becomes reality, visions become a bliss. I'm left surrounded by darkness but refuse to be swallowed by
What if my dreams become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't? What if I won't?
You know it's crazy, right? When you're a kid, you see the life that you want, and it never really crosses your mind that it's not gonna turn out that way. What if mine doesn't turn out the way that I want? Man, fuck out of here. Let those motherfucking strings sing.
Yeah. Man, y'all got it twisted. You're not entitled to success just because you work. Success belongs to the few of us dying to get our hands dirty daily. My brother, the 80s baby, said it best. Nobody in your circle is doing better than you. Then shit, you need a new circle. BT, Mr. Gordon. Let's show them what the definition of hard work is. Rude TV, Street Poets NYC. Let's show them what the definition of hustle is. Wild West, FDF, over everything.
crazy. I go home and all of a sudden I'm the stranger. Out of the loop for too long, now things are getting stranger. Should I be sorry for leaving the hood to chase my dreams? Apologize to those niggas who slept and only dreamt? See, everyone is so quick to say that life is a bitch, cause things ain't going their way and they fall for all her tricks. The way I see it, man, life is a grown-ass woman who doesn't tolerate lazy niggas and shifty women. But little do they know everything I do is for them. Not thinking about the ends, fake friends, and money spent. Should I apologize for hustling as hard as I could? For not having to stick to rhyming to get out the hood? I was the kid who shot with the same hand that he shot with, and adored the block with the same niggas I sparked with. Climbed from the gutter with the same niggas I fucks with. Now we ain't gotta duck shit cause a hustle
What
is
if my
stuck
dreams
with.
become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't? What if I
Every
won't?
time I left the hood was pursuit of my hood dreams. Hoop dreams to be exact, the nicest my hood seemed. Don't get me wrong, but this dream, it was what I lived to achieve. But I embodied hood schemes and lived by any hood means. Yeah, I know, can admit I did a lot of dumb shit. Still trying to find myself, retracing the wrong footprints. But now since I'm out, they question if I'm legit. But you know, I'm for my clique until my casket dips. Go to an Ivy League school, still can't help but be a nigga. I was never in my major, was in my music, my savior. But still making dumb decisions like fucking with no hats. Still far too ambitious for something to hold me back. How do I look Ma in the eyes and tell her she's wasted money? Cause even after the degrees, I'm chasing industry money. Ma, I'm really sorry, but psych's not my real path. I'm an artist who your school's the backup for real.
What if my dreams become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't?
I'm still that same little kid that ate his dinner by candlelight. Not to be romantic, but mom's pockets was kinda light. All black, everything not for fashion that time of night. 14 years old, I was holding, earning my fucking stripes. Fuck the consequences, gotta be in it to win it. But deterred by the illusions, I only thought I was winning. But the path that I was on with a shit to sell my brother, my nephews and nieces, man, would've left my babies with nothing. Don't want them to see the fiends on the lean, wiping their nose clean. Face the hood's realities, have to fight through the smoke screens. Lost to the dimensions where visions have to go unseen. Eyes without a pupil, no destination is foreseen. Enlightened is no longer enough, we must supply. Being willing is no longer acceptable, we must do. Fantasy becomes reality, visions become a bliss. I'm left surrounded by darkness, but refuse to be swallowed by
What if my dreams become reality and I make it where I wanna be? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? What if I make it up in my mind and I'll make it mine in a matter of time? But what if I don't? And what if I won't? What if I won't?
You know, it's crazy, right? When you're a kid, you see the life that you want, and it never really crosses your mind that it's not gonna turn out that way. What if mine doesn't turn out the way that I want? Man, fuck out of here. Let those motherfucking strings sing.
Yeah. Man, y'all got it twisted. You're not entitled to success just because you broke. Success belongs to the few of us dying to get our hands dirty daily. My brother, the 80s baby, said it best. Nobody in your circle is doing better than you. Then shit, you need a new circle. BT, Mr. Gordon, let's show them what the definition of hard work is. Rude TV, Street Poets NYC, let's show them what the definition of hustle is. Wild Rest, FDF, over everything.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should. So coming in, with another episode of Art School. Bing! We have the talented brother Ronald E. Smith the second, aka Y Rest. The music, the first song, the second song. What was the name of those?
The very first song that we played was Nexus. That one right there was called I'm drawing a blank right now. But I just drew the ill brain fart just now.
Well, we can find it, and I can forward it to anybody that wants it.
Yeah. I mean, and you said that you were gonna put them up on YouTube and everything like that as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was off my second compilation called Memoirs of a Starving Artist. You know, so like my first mixtape was titled Become Legendary, Wake Up and Rebel. Rebel was an acronym. It stood for Release Evil Behaviors and Embrace Love.
Real. You got that tatted too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like, yo, I seen that, I peeped that. I was like, oh, that's a great acronym, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Body watching and all that, you know. I'm sorry, but noticed that. That's cool. If you didn't know.
And then the second one, like I said, was Memoirs of a Starving Artist. That more so talked about that journey after the first one, after people start recognizing your face and, you know, recognizing your name. And, you know, when I'm on the street and people stop calling me Ron and start calling me Y Rest, you know, like all of that started to happen. Like, you know, even in the second song that we just played, you know, it talks about that journey of just like being real with myself, finding out who the hell I really am as an artist. You know what I mean? Like in that song, I said, you know, I had to have a conversation with my mother. Like, you know, psych's not my real path. I'm an artist who use school as a backup for real plans. You know, like we had to have that conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's part of the journey and part of this discussion where we say, you know, where you are as an actor or a musician now is that what's being. Because we was talking earlier, and you was like, you had a song. It was called Promethazine.
Promethazine thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, you know, I'm not talking about these things anymore. But someone had reached out and said they wanted to do something new, and it was like, oh no, you know, as the roles and everything that you're playing now. Like I said, I wanted to get into, you know, being able to prep yourself and how do you mentally prepare yourself to get into these different roles, you know, and knowing that, you know, I mean, would you play like the young goon dude or something?
I have played it.
Oh, you have played.
Yeah.
You have played the young.
If you want to see me as a young goon, man, Amazon Prime, you can catch the Av series, man.
Okay, so that's one thing. That's one thing. The Av series.
Yeah,
I didn't peep that. I had the distinguished glasses on, sir. Excuse me. I'm looking for the good roles, you know.
Yeah.
But because I don't like to look at us in nigger form, and I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that, but whatever. You have now, you know, how do you prep yourself, man? That's something.
I think it's a matter of just being real with yourself, you know. Like I'm a Meisner trained actor, and one of the things that Meisner says, he says acting is nothing but living truthfully within imaginary circumstances.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily acting, it's what would you actually do in that situation? What would Ronald do? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, because if you think about it, what is acting? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all actors. You know, Marlon Brando said it best. You know, Marlon Brando, Godfather, you know, GOAT. He said we're all actors and we're all good actors because we're all liars. He said if you ever sat here and told a woman that she looked nice when she didn't, if you ever said, hey, I'm on my way and you were still laying in bed, that's acting. So it's just a matter of being real with yourself when you're prepping for these roles. You know, I've had some serious roles. One in particular, you know, and this is just me being real, you know, for your audience, you know, my people that are tuning in. I did this off-Broadway play called Ballad of Beautiful Bobby Blue. I played it took place in 1986, and I played a college student who contracted HIV through an infected blood transfusion.
Okay.
I had just beat cancer and everything like that. And literally, so the entire play, I'm dying. And I ended up, you know, pulling an inception on myself, and it really got implanted in my mind that, yo, your time is limited. You're dying. And next thing you know, like in real life, like I'm walking to school and I'm having panic attacks. Never had one before. I thought I was dying, like heart beating out my chest. I'm sweating. I can't stop crying all because of the preparation for that role. You know what I mean? And I had to, after that role, I mean, given one of my favorite times on stage, one of my favorite times acting, but I had to learn how to take that step back and really think about like, all right, cool. Ron, if your time is limited, how would you act? What would you do? You know, me, I was sitting here, I was out here bugging.
Was you listening to 24 Hours to Live by Jada and them?
Oh, you already
Every
know.
day?
First of all, the Harlem World album gets played at least once a week.
That's what you're vibing to when you going to the roads. What's like a playlist that you getting like, all right, I'm gonna go play the cop. Or whatever. Like what gets you any music out there?
It depends on the type of role. So for instance, all right, if I'm playing a cop, am I a bad cop, good cop? All that depends, you know what I mean? But majority of the time I'm going to set, I'm probably listening to Jay-Z, Meek Mill, you know, especially Meek. You know what I'm saying? On the way here, I was actually when I first pulled up, I was listening to Meek, Team Rich. When the whole team rich. You know what I mean? But yeah, majority of the time it's Jay-Z and Meek.
Does that work? Well, I could say that. Well, would you say that they both like kind of go together, the music and the acting?
Actually, absolutely, it's synonymous. You know what I mean? Think about half of these hip hop artists that we look
Faking
at.
the funk. What's the CB4s? A bunch of CB4s out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're actors too. You know, oh, I want the Learjet in my video and everything like that. Why? Because you want to act like you got it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be the tough guy, like I'm a gangster rapper.
Yeah.
Bro, you 16 from Nowheresville, New York, bro. You not a thug. You know what I mean? But you want to act like one.
Yeah, you're Clarence.
Yeah.
You are Clarence, and you got very nice parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Totally underdig what you're saying. You know, and for everybody that's tuning in, right? Don't be a Clarence, okay?
Don't be a Clarence.
If it's not good. Now, you been a Dante, right? Because Dante sounds like Urkel goes into the time machine. Do that. That's what you do when you going into the roles. Like you going into that Stefan. You know, that's how does that look? Or how does that feel, man?
I'm not gonna lie. In some cases, it's an out of body experience. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like in some roles, you know, where you have to make that person's priorities and their responsibilities and their principles, your principles, responsibilities, and priorities. It really is like stepping out of yourself. You know what I mean? And then in order to do that and still be, I guess, conscious enough to say a line or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's a real out of body experience. You know, and some of them, in some cases, it's therapeutic. You know, like for instance, I did this one film called There Comes a Time, written, directed, and produced by Andrea Clinton. Shout out to Andrea Clinton, another one of my mentors and people who took me under the wing and showed me a lot.
Okay,
hey,
shout out.
auntie.
What's up?
You know what I mean? She's the niece of George Clinton.
Wow.
But yeah, so and actually the song Pride and Joy, that's the name of the one I forgot.
Oh, okay.
That when There Comes a Time is released publicly right now, still working in the festivals and everything like that, but you can find Pride and Joy on that one as well. But you know, for that role in particular, I was playing a young man from the hood trying to find his way out, but still just in love with the street life. You know what I mean? Like I'm this gang member and I want to get out, but there's nobody here to actually teach me how to get out. And for that one, it was therapeutic because I didn't have anybody to teach me how to get out growing up. I didn't have any, you know what I mean? I didn't necessarily have that. I didn't have anybody to teach me what it meant to go to college. I'm the first person in my family to go to college and graduate. I'm the first man in my family to get a high school diploma. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't have those things. So for me, that role was therapeutic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very, very much so. That's really interesting to play that out and actually feel good about it. So, you know, as everybody that's been tuning in, that's something that helps acting. You know what I mean? It helps actor. You speak spoken word, film. You talked about the prepping aspect. You know, now you got something out right now that you just dropped.
Yeah. Shout out to Benny Flames, man. Writer, director, and executive producer for Timeless Guilt, the series, which already dropped an hour ago.
Okay, it's already out right now.
Yeah, make sure, listen, go to the Instagram, click the link in the bio. It's Y_RESTSNYC, YRESTNYC. Click the link in the bio. Make sure that y'all go out, click that link. Episode 1 out now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. What's the role in this one for you?
So I can't give up too much about my role because it might ruin a lot of things.
Did I just
but,
break a film rule or something?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. It's just my role in this one, man. It's let's just say you're not gonna like me.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna like me.
Just wear fuck it shirts.
Word, you're not gonna like this one.
I understand.
Especially when the story unfolds and you're not gonna like me.
Okay.
You're not gonna like me in this
Fuck it
one.
shirt.
But listen, if you don't like me, that means I did my damn job.
That's that's the role, right?
Exactly.
And part of the role of the artist in all disciplines and all practices is to return their crafts to the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And give back to the communities in which they serve. And I would like to thank you for serving the community, serving your community. Also representing for the HBCUs. We don't really talk about that. I could go on 2-3 hours, blah, 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 about that, you know, how they like kind of put that back. And it's like Ivy League is this. But no, we have Ivy League actors here. We have educated
we got
actors.
the Black Ivy Leagues.
And, you know, and we don't necessarily, but that's another story. And I don't want to pull my nunchucks out on y'all and start going crazy on y'all heads and shit because of whatever. You want to give another plug for what's dropping right now?
Yeah, like I said, make sure y'all tune in. Click the link in my bio, Y_RESTS NYC, YREST NYC. You can also Instagram Timeless Guilt Series. You can go on Facebook Timeless Guilt Series. Make sure y'all tune in. It's dropping on YouTube. It already dropped at 8 p.m. Episode 1 is out now. You're not going to be disappointed. And if you want to catch up, make sure you click the same links and watch the film first.
Mr. Blazer. Mr.
You already know I got to do this. You know what I mean?
And that's important. I was thinking, well, what type of belt you think you got in this acting, you know what I mean, field?
You said what type of belt do I think I have?
Yeah, like in the acting dojo. What type of belt you think you got right now?
Oh, I'm 3rd degree now. I'm not going. I've been doing this since I was 15, so I just turned 30. You talking about 15 years in? I can't even dim that light. I'm pretty fucking good.
Okay, heard you. Heard that. You know what I'm saying? We always ask that. Another one that we didn't get to. Any books, and we didn't have the physical copy of the book, but we mentioned we like to do this every episode where we try to we work on getting our viewer interested in actually reading some books. So you was talking about a book that you're actually rereading right now.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite books, and I actually just started rereading it maybe 3 days ago. It's a short read. It's called As a Man Thinketh. The reason why I love this book is because it goes into it really dives deeper into what you're thinking and how it becomes reality. You know what I mean? Making sure that whatever is up here, yes, it can begin as a dream, but then start manifesting that dream. You know what I mean? Like, that's why everybody's like, I'm chasing my dream or whatever. Nah, fuck that. You're manifesting your dream. You're claiming it. It's already there. It's already yours. The minute you thought of it and said, I want to do this, it became yours. Now it's just a matter of claiming that. You know what I mean? And that book, As a Man Thinketh, teaches us that. You know?
Is that like the sculpture? That's this right here?
No.
Is that the Euro with the guy with and he butt naked? And he on the stone.
The little thinking joint?
Yeah, is that what that is? Nah, that's not what that is. That's about all creatives out there in the University of Art School, because that's what this is, you know, Professor Your Baby Moms. I'm here with my charger caught up in my arms. Another wonderful episode. We got math in the back, engineering. We got some art supplies over here and stuff like that. Don't forget,
Timeless Guilt, out now.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook. You can type in Ronald E. Smith II. Instagram, like I said, Y_RESTS NYC. It's YREST. That's the name. You can Google me.
Yeah, you can look, and all his pictures has him in this blazer, like real sharp with the blazer, just like that.
Damn sure.
Standing up straight, and this guy.
That's the headshot, man. That's the literally social media, man. That's nothing but a business. Like, if I could be off of social media for good, I would, man. If I literally just use social media for the business, you know what I mean?
Gift and a curse, right?
Definitely is.
It's not affecting your acting though. We ain't worried about that, cuz not over here, you know, cuz we got some great actors over there, you know what I mean? And we appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Yo, don't forget. Oh, I actually started the page for Instagram. You can find it at Art School with the underscore at the L. Thanks. Yeah, I actually started like a week ago. I just ain't really put nothing up there yet. I'm really just not, because I don't really like to do the whole social thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of creepy for me, and just having two pages feel like I'm living a double life.
Yo, your joint gonna blow up though.
I mean, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful for having wonderful guests like yourself come up.
I'm thankful for being here, man. I'm happy I was invited, man. This is dope.
That's all I want to do, man. Yo, tune in. Next week we got Danielle. Oh, Sunday we got Danielle Cherie coming through. She's another wonderful artist. We here, man. You feel me? That's what it's all about. Yo, don't forget S.STREET Media. You can follow 1718 Collective. You can follow at Almighty_Math. You can follow at Y_RESTS. You can follow. Don't forget, we love you. Peace. Thank you for joining in. You know what I'm saying? Another wonderful episode this Tuesday and things. Yo, Math, man, whenever you ready, start. Until you're ready, start. You know what I'm saying? I'll roll this. Yo, people been. Did y'all roll up? Did y'all roll up today? Because every episode I'll be telling y'all to roll up. And y'all supposed to be rolling up. I was supposed to see like a tree on the comments and stuff. Like when a tree and an emoji. That's what I want y'all to put. Emoji. The canvas emoji and a tree, okay? And a love and a heart, a green one. If it's red, then that means you're trying to get spice. If it's blue, that means you're true. You know what I'm saying? You like a friend. If you yellow, then you mellow. You know what I'm saying? Purple at war. Ooh, that Fab line. That was Fab line back in the days. I was like, damn, son. You killed that. You in your top 5 list?
What, am I on my top 5 list? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Like, Ron.
Because I spit hot fire. Word.
It's crazy, I go home and all of a sudden I'm the stranger. It's crazy, I go home and all of a sudden I'm the stranger. Out of the loop for too long, now things are getting stranger. Should I be sorry for leaving the hood to chase my dreams? Apologize to those niggas who slept and only dreamt. See, everyone is so quick to say that life is